Hello and welcome to the commentary track. My name's Justin R. Foreman. I was the director, and with me is
Ethan R. Hill. I was one of the actors and helped out with post and other such things. And with me is
Umesh. I was the cinematographer, and beside me is
Jesse Prosser. I was in the camera department and one of the editors on the project.
and Justin. What is this? What is this for?
What do you mean?
What show is this for?
Oh, it's for the House of Pain.
Oh my goodness! Whoa!
I can't believe I forgot that.
It's fine. I'm assuming they know what it is since they're
I would
watching
like
Watch the
this now.
commentary.
So before this goes away, the one thing I wanted to bring up about this was we're gonna have Jesse do the audio for the scroll.
yes.
I don't think that was the play.
No.
No, it was not a good. Good idea.
Can you give a sample of the voice that you were using?
Well, because, I don't know, I was doing, a Team America thing where my voice was down here and the killer was on the large and all that. It was, it was, again, it was entertaining, but it was definitely not the tone you were going for.
Yeah.
Oh hey Eve.
Yeah. What a wonderful person.
Yeah. Oh hey Abby.
Abby!
Are we just gonna talk about how wonderful each person
Yeah,
is? who pops
that
on
is the
screen?
only thing I'm
Absolutely.
gonna say is just
This is
this person was
weird
wonderful.
how this shot Jesse was able to make it so smooth because we were having issues
Yeah.
with the focus ring.
Yeah.
I made the shot really jittery, almost like it was skipping a frame or two. But
Yep.
I guess you can fix it in post.
Yep. The wonders of modern stabilization.
We don't want to promote that. We did this all on set. It was perfect. No
Everything-
flaws.
No
was-
flies.
It was all in camera.
You know, I'm really happy with my contribution
3.
to this whole scene here, sitting downstairs waiting to be used in a
No, you made that label that said number 3.
Yeah.
You made
I did.
several, and I got to pick which one I liked the most. And
And
that one, I liked.
There was
That's my
so
VCR.
much dust on that.
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Because Andrew and Elise didn't use dust. It was wood
it was-
shavings or something.
It wasn't.
There was
Was
a
it?
little bit of.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it was like a sawdust.
Yeah,
or
like
something
sawdust or
along those
something.
lines.
Yeah.
Mike was awesome.
Mike's always awesome.
And Rhodey's awesome for that amazing roadkill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did he take to make that? Do you know? Because he
Like
made it on the
10
day,
10
right?
minutes,
Like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like, I've put this in a bucket, and now roadkill.
So
Legit.
And I was like, whoa!
Hey, it's Ethan.
There he is!
It's introducing Ethan.
Yep.
oh.
with his best haircut ever.
it's a haircut I miss on a daily basis.
So, what is really wonderful about this is the fact that I was in the trunk for all of this.
No, you weren't at this point.
Not at this point?
No, at this point, this was us driving around waiting for everyone else to get to set.
Oh, right.
But we were at the office. This
Yeah,
is
you
the
guys were at the
day?
office
Yeah,
wrapping up,
okay.
and this was
Yeah.
just us improvising.
Right.
Gotcha.
I wasn't in the trunk yet.
No, you were in the trunk for the bumpy parts on the road.
Oh, right.
This was on the highway. We were doing pretty good here.
I was incredibly thankful that Ethan was helping out with post on this because if I had to go through all this
45 minutes of
all
found
that footage
Wasn't
to
it more than that? Because we cut it...
No, I think it was about 45, and we cut it down to about 12.
Oh, my God.
give or take, yeah.
Oh my god. There was
like-
so much more stuff we wanted to use too.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of good stuff.
Like if we wanted, this could have easily pushed at least 40 minutes if we
Yeah.
wanted to use more of the found footage stuff.
I would be curious if you could make a solid movie with just the found footage stuff we had. Like just cut every other part of the movie out and just use the road trip stuff
All right,
and be
so,
like, here you go.
so Mesh, what he just said is he wants to cut out everything you contributed to the
Basically,
project.
none of my work
Okay.
was present in
Look.
the film.
Look, I'm just really proud of Camera Ops C3,
Camera Up 3.
whatever it was.
Beth, you're awesome.
F.O.P.
Yeah.
Fun fact with the glitches in the found footage, that's actually just manipulated footage from
Home videos.
home
right?
videos from
Yeah.
my stuff that I just threw in there to kind of add it. But can you talk about the lovely cast?
Well,
I mean, Ryan's on screen. Never mind.
yeah,
I
well,
take that back.
Ryan's good stuff.
Ryan was amazing.
Super good.
Aaron was amazing. Beth was a good camera op.
Whoa, wow.
Oh my god.
Don't listen to them, Beth. you really wore a good camera op.
We love Beth.
It's interesting, like, because I've made Beth watch a lot of found footage movies because I really like found footage. So it was really interesting when I gave her the camera. I love that shot, dude. That is so good. Hey, this is the first time we see Beth.
Yeah.
Hey. Anyway, giving her the camera was really interesting because she just kind of like, I think subconsciously kind of knew the language of how found footage works, which is just crazy. You just do whatever you want.
Yeah, like it's got to have an organic, chaotic feel. To it,
Yeah.
while still capturing what you needed to.
So where we're at right now is where we were supposed to meet the rest of the cast and crew in the parking lot right behind Ryan. We didn't know that there was a parking lot there.
Really?
So we just parked in front of this greenhouse to just do any kind of improv thing that we could have just done out there. But you know, it's we're actors. We're not locations. We're not ADs. We just show up to look pretty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little-
Why wouldn't I be mad?
Oh my
Big
god.
kick.
Oh yeah, there you could see for a split second. What was
Yeah.
that home video? Do you remember that
It's
one?
a youth group thing
Oh.
that we did years and years ago.
You know what's
There's
interesting? 'Cause-
Beth being artistic.
yeah, I was about to say because that it actually makes for an interesting shot. You're seeing trees in the rearview mirror going right.
there's a lot of
to
motion
left,
in-
yeah, for a static shot.
For,
exactly.
Yeah.
Which was I really appreciate because I didn't get to do it myself.
Also, that crack in my windshield is still not fixed, and is
It's 6 months later.
it's
Is
a
that
lot
the truck?
worse.
Is that?
Well,
or is that
no,
a
so
random
that's
truck?
so that's a random truck, and then with a bit of manipulation and this bumpiness, we then cut to a different road, and we see the same truck later,
Yeah. So it's
or
supposed to be
the
like.
same truck in quotations.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah. It's a very different truck, but they don't need to know that. Ryan taking a friggin' nap. Was it on that road that we were like just going up and down? You were getting shots out the sunroof.
Yes.
Was that your car?
We were
No,
in,
that
no,
was-
we were in my car.
Yeah.
and we tried.
We tried so hard to get
Yeah, because
some kind of road footage.
that was the bumpiest shit ever. No.
Yeah,
Never
it just
again.
was not gonna happen. Like, we would have needed a proper, like, some kind of stabilizer within the car to really make that work.
Did you end up trying to going over the sunroof? Like you just put the camera up there?
Yeah, like
or-
I tried that. I tried going like
Out the window?
on the
Yeah.
side. And,
Oh,
like,
you had the camera.
Yeah,
You were driving.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
driving. I was.
gotcha.
Yeah, no, he. Yeah, he's driving. And he's got the
Yeah.
camera.
No.
like,
I just thought somebody else was driving.
Oh, I see.
My
no,
my
I'm
recollection. I just remember somebody was out the sunroof. Driving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Like, just a good idea. Didn't end up panning out.
That's fair. So most of the stuff that was in the vehicle was obviously not scripted. Well, I guess that's not that obvious, but to us it was obvious. There was what, 2 scenes I think
There were 2 scenes
that were actually scripted.
Yeah, and we passed one of them.
Yeah. Basically the beginning of the sequence and then the end of the sequence were scripted, and everything in between was just here's a camera, go film some stuff.
Yeah, you kind of let us loose, and
Yeah.
and it worked out, but it could have gone so
It could
wrong.
have, but like it was kind of one of those things where it was like I trusted you guys, and we didn't really have an option because we were on a fairly tight schedule. Because for those listening at home, we shot this in 2 days of this, and then we had one pickup day, like what, 2 weeks later?
Yeah, that was for just a couple of the kills.
Yeah. So really, it was like, and the first day was only 6 hours, 7 hours.
Was it? Oh, really?
It wasn't as long as day 2, obviously. Day 2
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
crazy
no, it
long.
was because we showed up to the place I think around noon.
I
think we
believe
only
so.
and I think we only went till about
6 or
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was
Because
about
we were
8
racing
by the time we
against the
wrapped.
sun, right? Like we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think we were there a little earlier just to set up at least camera and.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
stuff,
again,
but-
we were waiting for them to come back because they forgot where they needed to end up.
Right.
Yeah, and it just happened to be where we need to be. Now this is just way out in the country.
Yeah, because this was this on the second day when we were getting like the house that we were filming at like set decked and everything. We
Yeah.
just had the cast hop back in the car and then drive some around on some more of the rural roads around that set.
Yeah, and you wanted more out of the car footage too, and that's why we
Yeah.
kind of got this little bit here.
Just to kind of try to break it up, even though it's kind of this like all within this sequence. It was just to try to like. I love that. That's so good. Just fixed.
Immediately, I'm the bad guy.
I love.
Yeah,
this.
so here's the other shot of this is the one of the
Yeah.
trucks we used for filming. Like that was them coming to set.
Yeah.
And it just happened to work out that it looked like the truck from earlier was still following us.
So not only was it just lucky that they caught it in time, but being able to get in the
happened.
shot in the mirror and the rear view, like that was cool.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden the map is perfectly fixed.
No, it's because they made me refold.
Oh right.
Like, and honestly, that moment to me felt like it was half acting, half not. Like I
They're like, okay, Ethan.
I- I can't tell if they were actually mad at me for crumpling the map.
and you'll never
because-
know.
If we ever get them in for an audio commentary, I can find out. So were you guys actually mad that I crumpled this?
No, never, no.
No, again, there was just really good natural chemistry between the four of us,
Yeah.
especially for like not really knowing each other before. Like I think me and Beth had spent one day hanging out making the t-shirts.
Making the shirts, yeah.
I'd never met Aaron before, and then Ryan I only got to know because I had to drive him to set both days.
Got you.
And so I got to talk to him, which was good, and we kind of built a bit of a rapport that made it easy to make fun of each other.
Right.
And to like be really mean to each
You knew
other.
where the boundaries were. You kind of had an idea of who
I
each other
think
were.
we established pretty quickly there were just no boundaries. And then yeah, with Aaron, like even though like me and her didn't really interact a lot beforehand, pretty much as soon as we got in the car, just kind of again it felt like a group of just four friends who had known each other for
Yeah,
a very
man.
long time.
She just like I think out of everybody, Erin was the one that was just like, I am the character now. Like it was that quick.
Oh yeah, like and because her personality as Stevie versus like who she is in person, very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Erin's super chill. Find Stevie was
Super
very,
nice.
Yeah, Stevie was very like
So that little flash
uptight.
there, if you look closely in the frame before this, you'll see our friend Alex is walking outside.
yeah.
But you can't tell it's him. He's just a random figure outside the house.
Right.
Hey, are you getting me to mess up my makeup?
Yeah, dude. Every time I see that shot of you, Umesh.
This is where I earned my paycheck. The one shot.
Look at those shoes.
And it's a damn fine shot.
This is probably one of my favorite shots. Look at that. Look at that.
I appreciate for you letting me improv even in
Oh hell yeah.
this stuff.
Anyway, what I was going to say beforehand was that shot of you brushing your hair and just seeing all the hair in the hairbrush just makes me think you were ripping your hair out during that, and it just makes me cringe a little bit.
No, I think I just never cleaned up my hairbrush before doing this.
Which is really punk of you, honestly.
yeah, man, you got to live the punk life if you're gonna act like it. You know, it's
This little sequence was like a race against time because the sun was going down.
sun's
And
getting real low, big guy.
Here, this is actually nighttime. Probably fairly obvious, but this was the best we could make it look like what the previous lighting was, because we didn't really have a ton of equipment. We had what, like 2 lights, 3 lights?
Honestly,
3 lights, and not powerful enough to simulate the sun.
Yeah.
revisiting it, it looks like it matched pretty
It-
good.
You guys
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
wonders in the post. Like that really helped, because otherwise it's very obvious.
I've had like over a dozen people ask me, "Oh, where did you guys find this?" And I literally just tell them the house we filmed at. This was in the basement. We didn't get to see the location before we got there. So when we got there, we just kind of like walked around the house to see like, hey, what can we use for certain things? And then we saw this, and we are like, yeah, we got to use this in something. And you guys like This it was just so good.
I think Ryan was actually not happy about being pushed into the hole. If he was,
Yeah.
then I
Well, because I remember you guys were setting up the cameras and everything, getting
Yeah.
the batteries and all that, and then I gave you guys the camcorder again. I was like, just go downstairs. There's a bunch of weird shit. Like,
leave this stuff out over here, but
yeah,
get this stuff.
use this stuff, and then because we also took footage of with the 4K camera that we were using to
with
shoot
one
the
of the
stuff.
main cameras.
Yeah, we took one of the main cameras down, but we never ended up actually using any of that because I think this stuff just felt more provocative.
Yeah. It fit the vibe.
And all
better,
all
yeah.
this stuff was there. Like, same with the whiskey.
Because the homeowners were amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let us shoot way later than we...
Dude,
Yeah.
I definitely did feel bad about that.
It's a coal mine.
It's a coal mine. Coal train. Yeah, and I guess they just had this shot always reminds me of Blair Witch.
Yeah.
That specifically with the light right in your face. But yeah, just they had a room with coal in it.
There was a light switch the whole time.
Did you guys actually know that?
No.
Oh, that was awesome. That was a good. And I think, for the most part, now.
Now we get into mainly the scripted stuff now.
Yeah, now it's
This is before
even though it's with the handycam, it's all scripted.
there was a bit of improv here and there, but kind of expanding on some of the lines.
That security camera shot, man.
Is that a bad thing, or is that a...
It's just the ridiculous situation I was in because I was
Oh yeah,
on an apple
yeah.
box in the bathroom while the tripod was all the way up to the roof to get that angle.
Yes.
I just kind of was there because just wanted to make sure nothing fell over.
Huge shout out to Andrew and Elise for making this room look as disgusting as they could.
Yeah.
And double shout out to the homeowner who let us actually write that on their wall.
And they kept it.
And they still have it. And they love it. I do feel bad, though, because the shots of you guys coming up the stairs and then coming up, the shots of you guys running down the stairs, I made you guys do fucking
Hey, they got their
14
steps
times.
in.
Yeah, you guys got your steps in that day.
That's a cool shot too.
The peekaboo, yeah, that was
Yeah.
a fun.
Casey, come on!
Yeah, the Harrison Ford was so good.
And introducing the villain of this whole shindig.
I remember, so those are obviously just rebar corpses, but Mike, who plays Dr. Giggles, was just whipping those out of the back of the truck 2 seconds. I was like, you gotta make it look like they're heavier.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Giggles is just crazy
Just
strong.
super strong.
Why not both?
I mean, we're gonna do a part 4 where he dies and comes back like Jason. And
Oh,
then
no. That was an improvised moment, I think.
Yeah.
Shutting her out,
Yep.
basically being like, "Hey, you're on your own."
Here he comes.
Because I want to say even the deaths we had to kind of adjust how each of us died.
Well, yeah,
based
'cause-
on the layout of the house.
Yeah, and then so here, this shot, and then anything that you kind of see in this room is actually a completely different house. This was on the pickup day.
Yeah.
We shot in Andrew and Elise, who did the set decoration, in their basement because they're wonderful people.
We actually filmed Beth's death after we had filmed What Happens to Me.
Yes, yeah,
And there's my hand.
yeah. That's your head.
Yeah.
In your basement.
There's my hand.
There's your hand.
I have a thing about hand doubling for a lot of people.
Here we go.
This was
Y'all
this was
go.
the most terrifying moment.
This looks
Of the
so good
entire
on camera,
shoot.
though.
Y'all need to
Real
see,
elbow.
y'all
I
need
do
to
my own
see-
stunts, guys.
Boom.
Yay!
Now, Mr. Prosser, when you were editing that,
How
Yeah.
many times did you repeat that sequence?
Oh, so many times. I had to make sure I had the right sequence of shots. So it was just a series of watching my friend get his head stomped in.
The amount of
followed
times-
by
over
The
and
amount
over
of-
again.
The amount of times I would come over during the editing process and I'd walk in and I would just hear you giggling because you were editing that. And you were just like,
Because like it's a big moment, like the kills in a slasher, right? You want to get it right, so I needed the right rhythm.
Right.
There's that Halloween blue.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good shot. I love that one.
That's a good shot that wasn't shot on location, or at least the first location.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we
That was also
borrowed.
done at Elise's
Borrowed a
place.
window.
Yeah,
And-
we borrowed a window pane.
boom. Texas Chainsaw style.
And that scream from Aaron.
Dude. And that's why Aaron is a frickin' professional.
That's
Absolutely.
why I'm really glad we were way out in the boonies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right? What do we do? So,
Yes.
I was going to say, wasn't there, I think it's this shot where we were
Yeah.
able to digitize the focus of
yeah,
it?
like each of them.
Because it was 2 shots that you did.
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Because like I wanted to get the rhythm right of like
That
the
snap
rack
focus.
Yeah.
the rack focus back. So like it basically ended up like splitting the shot to get the timing right.
So it
And
was
fusing
two
them
clips
together.
massaged together.
Yeah.
Here's your favorite shot of the movie.
Yeah.
How
Would
many,
have
how many takes did this one did we do for this one?
I think we did 10, but
10.
9 were recorded.
Ah.
What happened to the other one?
I don't know.
Yeah, and
No, I think it works
we
really well.
had
Mhm.
access to the Steadicam. Who was it? Yours?
So it's my glide cam, and then Jesse and I split a what is it called?
The fly cam vest.
Vest and arm, which
Mm.
actually completes the Steadicam rig.
Yeah.
Bam!
Bam!
And that's the movie.
That was really quick, wasn't it?
That
Yeah.
didn't feel like 20 minutes.
We should see Jesse's alternate version of the deaths with the funky music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
When we were working on the edit, we just had, what was it, tequila?
Tequila was at the end. Do you ever miss the fact that we couldn't keep
Yeah,
tequila?
I really wish we would have had the
The
rights to have
Yeah.
tequila.
And
But-
like, don't get me wrong, this track for the end here is like amazing and somber and great.
Yeah.
Like perfect.
Sean did really good with the music. Especially, he didn't really see much of the movie. Like, he was kind of going off of vibes, and then I think he got the really early rough cut.
Yeah.
Like, I think either right at or right before picture lock. Little montage to end it out.
There's that.
Oh, how many clips was that? That was what, 5 different clips for
I think so.
Yeah,
For
for
the
the full
head stomp?
sequence, yeah. Between like the boot coming down and
Because we had 3 heads,
yes.
so we had to make
And-
it work.
Yep. Multiple angles and yeah, the first one nobody was ready for how big of a mess.
Oh yeah, I know. We covered the entire set we were shooting at next in blood.
Yeah.
Because we weren't expecting it, and then
And then everybody got in on resetting the
Yeah.
room and like
cut
cleaning up
10
the
people
blood.
just flood in. But yeah, so that's
That was a pain,
That's the
everybody. Gear, shout out to Gear.
yay.
Literally, I don't think we would have made this movie without her.
Absolutely.
She had everything so scheduled.
Jesse
our
was a
butts.
great camera op.
I do what I can. Thank you.
It was kind of a, like, just the amount of people that came together to make this was kind of crazy. And like, for anybody that's still listening, we made this with little money. Like, I think including the shirts and some of the supplies was like maybe $300.
Something like that, yeah.
Which is just crazy. Like, everybody was just wanting to make something during the strikes. So if you're listening, I appreciate you all so damn much. I forgot about Hell Squid when they're on the radio there. Hell yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah. That was the audio commentary.
Bye.
What do I do with my hands?